Hey everyone, my name is Alan, and if you're new to the channel, I started a Pokemon card reselling business back in January of 2025. I'm a firm believer that you just have to be a few steps ahead of other people to help them down the path that you took, and I'm just 8 months into this journey, and I want to help you along the way to maybe take a first step into this journey too. Today, I really want to talk about why I believe right now is the best time for you to start a Pokemon card trading business, and I want to start by just giving you a little bit of credibility about why I can come to you with any kind of maybe small bit of authority on the subject. And right now I hit a milestone this week. I have over 1,000 sales on tcgplayer.com with 100% positive reviews. And so I'm really excited to continue to sell there. I've actually got some envelopes packed right over here that I've got to take to the post office later today. But I just wanted to kind of show you, this is one of the reasons I come to you with a lot of learning, because over 1,000 reps of packing envelopes and getting those out the door, buying cards, selling cards, starting this business with no inventory. You can see all of those different stories down in my description. You can go to my channel, see all the different videos that I've created so far. But I believe right now is the best time for you to start a Pokemon card trading company. But first, I want to tell you a story. So in some of my other videos, I've made mention that I've been an avid PC gamer for the last almost 30 years. I think this year is 30 years. I built my first computer, I think in the fall of 94 or spring of 95. I borrowed $2,000 from my grandfather, paid him back every penny, and built my first computer. It's so funny. It had a 440 megabyte hard drive, which is smaller than anything that's in any of our mobile devices now. And I remember the gentleman that was helping me build it said, "You'll never need a hard drive larger than this." And that was 30 years ago. So here I am now on a computer that has like 2 terabytes and all those kinds of things. But one of the things is I've built new computers over the years or purchased a pre-built. I've done a little bit of both over the last 30 years. I always save up my money, and then I always wait for just the right time to maybe get into a new computer, whether that's a sale or a new video card coming out. And there's this kind of like return on your patience where, yes, you might get it for a little bit less, but if you get into it sooner, you can enjoy it sooner. But I was always waiting for that perfect time. And there'd be times I'd be sitting on money that I saved up to buy my new computer for long periods of time. And at some point, I'm just like, I've got to take the leap, because I want to enjoy playing on a new PC. My old PC has been around for 4 or 5 years, and so I really want to get a new one. So I need to take the leap. I need to go ahead and get some hardware and get in the game, because you can't enjoy something that you're not invested in, and if you don't jump into the game. And so kind of in the same way, when you look at when is the best time to get into a Pokemon card trading reselling business, trading card reselling business, there's never going to be precisely the right time. But I want to justify why I think that even if it's not precisely the right time, maybe the hype's not where it has been, I want to give you some reasons why I think that no matter what time it is the best time to get started in the Pokemon trading card reselling business. And so let me share something with you here. I've got something I want to pull up on the screen. So this is as of 2021. I think as of 2023, they're up to maybe $140 billion. So the Pokemon franchise has been a solid franchise for over 30 years. It has some of the other franchises and characters down below to show. Like if you look at Pokemon, it started in 1996. Some of these other intellectual properties or other franchises here started 20 years, 30 years. Winnie the Pooh started in 1924, and it's only amassed $80 billion in revenue for that particular character. Mickey Mouse, 1928, 4 years later, again, $80 billion there. And Pokemon, as of 2021, and this is 4 years ago, 100 billion. And again, I couldn't find a graphic as nice and neat as this one, but I think 2023, when they rounded out the year, it was around $141 billion. So there are lots of eyes and lots of dollars being spent on Pokemon cards, Pokemon products, Pokemon plushies, Pokemon video games, Pokemon movies, cartoons, all the thing. The Pokemon franchise is not going anywhere, and this next year will be celebrating 30 years of being around. So Pokemon is a hot commodity, and I believe that it will remain a hot commodity. And new products coming out often. I mean, I think just in the next few days, there's a new release of a new set coming out. And so like every couple of months, you've got new product coming out. And so $140 billion in 2023. you just can't deny that. That's just a lot of momentum and a lot of money. And this intellectual property, this franchise is big enough for all of us. I am not afraid in any way that if I help you get started in your business, that you're going to outpace me, that you're going to beat me on bids on TCG Player, you're going to beat me on bids on eBay, you're going to sell your cards lower and take my business. This market is huge, and there's room for all of us in it. Whether you want to be a creator, like I've started with my YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, eBay, TCG Player, Mercari, all the different places, you can do it. And so get started, make your niche, and begin. It's just a great time. The momentum is not slowing down. Another thing, like cards in general, trading cards in general, I don't believe are slowing down either. And so the really cool thing about getting started and selling trading cards in general, so whether that's sports, Star Wars, Tops, Star Wars Unlimited, One Piece, Magic the Gathering, whatever it is, again, I think the sports card market since the pandemic has been really hot. And if you're looking at the momentum online, if you're looking at the creators I'm seeing online, if you're kind of paying attention to the space is very stable. It's thriving. And I think that even as a culture, I've heard Gary Vee talk on this. When you meet people now, back when I was younger, it was like, where do you work? What do you do? All those kinds of things. I think everybody that I know in my life collects something. And so one of the things that our society really is, when you meet someone, it's like, hey, what do you collect? What are you passionate about? And I think everybody kind of has that kind of desire, and at least in our culture here in America, to collect things. And so it's really a fun story to tell people about what you collect and why you're passionate about it. But I believe everybody collects a little bit of something, and so why not Pokemon cards, and why not sell those? Another thing about starting now is there's a really low barrier of entry to get started. And so if you watch one of my previous videos about what is the true cost to start reselling cards, if you've already got cards, even if they're not Pokemon cards, but let's say that they are, just for the sake of kind of the focus of my niche here on YouTube, for about $50, you can get started. Go watch my video, and I'll tell you how you can get started. You can get 100 envelopes. You can get, just everything you need to get started, get scrappy, and get out there. For about $50, you can start selling today. And so take the leap. The barrier of entry is low. If you can skip going out to a nice meal with your spouse, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or maybe two meals out by yourself, if you like to go eat by yourself or with friends, if you can sacrifice that $50, you could honestly get started today. So go catch that video, and it unpacks that a little bit more. The online tools at this point in history are plentiful. The scanning apps, TCG Player, the Collector app, the Rare Candy app, all the different online selling platforms. Again, TCG Player is where I sell the bulk of my cards. eBay, Mercari, all of those different websites are out there. Whatnot, people are doing Whatnot streams and are super successful there. The different ways that you can sell cards are vast. The different tools so that you can make sure you can begin to understand the value of cards, or go to a show and use an app to scan a card to see what the current market price is. There's never been a better, the information is out there. AI's catching up, the scanning's catching up. You really can educate yourself very, very quickly in this space. And I encourage you to begin to do that. Even if today, I've got a buddy of mine that I've known for years, one of my good friends, and he's been kind of inspired by the videos that I've been creating here. And he's really into Star Wars like I am, but he really wants to maybe create the way to kind of unbox and open and rip Star Wars Tops packs or Star Wars toys and things like that. So I encouraged him the other day, go to your local game shop, buy a couple packs of Star Wars Unlimited or Star Wars Tops, rip them on camera, go ahead and begin creating content, and then look up each one of them on eBay or on TCG Player and see what the cost is. Watch videos and creators that are creating content around that. Educate yourself. You're already spending hours a day on our phones. Why not focus that time and focus that effort on researching or exploring an area that you're passionate or you're interested in, and then begin to explore and take next steps to begin to engage, maybe reselling the cards. Maybe you're just a collector. That's great too. I'm glad you're here, but maybe you can take a next step by selling off some of the cards that you have duplicates of so that you can buy more cards and become even a more avid collector of Pokemon. Just some thoughts. Also, the nostalgia and the new fans. So people my age, well, actually probably a little bit younger than me, were kids when Pokemon first came out. I was an adult when they landed, and so it kind of didn't hit me right in the feels, and I didn't jump in. I wasn't an early adopter. But there are people that are my age and maybe just a little bit younger that have adult money, and Pokemon is this very nostalgic moment in time where they want to do it with their, buy cards and play with their kids or collect with their kids. So many people that have reached out to me on Instagram over the last several months, or even some of my comments where people are saying, hey, my kids have gotten me back into the hobby and they've opened up their old binders. So you've got new fans, kids that are 3 and 4 and 5 that are ripping packs with their moms and their dads. And then you have older people that are buying the cards because of nostalgia, whether they're buying the old sets, the vintage cards, or they're getting the new sets because their favorite character since the very first set that came out was character X, Y, or Z, whatever, whoever that is, Pikachu, Charizard, whatever. The money and the reasons that people buy, whether it's to help their kids get a master set or get a collection or collect a specific Pokemon, or for them to kind of reclaim some of those memories from their childhood. There's a vast array of reasons why people are in the hobby and why they buy from places like TCG Player. And so you can really jump in and embrace some of those reasons and help people build out their collections. I love that when people thank me for helping add cards to their personal collections. It's so much fun when I get those comments and those reviews. And then I also want to say this is really scalable. I've started small. If you had told me 8.5 months ago, hey, Alan, by mid-September of 2025, you're going to have over 1,000 sales and you're going to be closing in on 5 figures of sales in your business. And I'll probably hit over 5 figures before the end of this calendar year. I would have been like, there's no way. I'm just testing this out. I'm never going to go that fast. But honestly, it's been really, really manageable with my personal schedule, with my career, being a husband, being a father. And and I think that you can do it too. I'm going to create a video on how I kind of slow down sales if I'm getting overwhelmed or if I'm going away for a week of vacation. TCG Player has some great tools for that. But I really do think that you can do it with even just the little margin you have. If we can take a couple of hours of scrolling on our phones or watching Netflix, and you can even do that while there's oftentimes I'll have a show playing on my other monitor over here. It's kind of this background noise that I can watch as I'm conditioning cards or packing cards and things like that. I believe that you have the time to do it. Even if you just have a couple of hours a week, I think that you can begin to resell trading cards, but specifically Pokemon cards. So that really is some of the reasons why I think right now is the best time. And if I can help you in any way, jump down in my comments, follow me on Instagram. The link is right down below. Send me a DM. My DMs are open. I would love to help you maybe take a next step in your journey to resell. And your next step, and if it's on TCG Player, that's where most of my expertise is. And so certainly I can help you there as well. So let me remind you, I've got my notes right here. Let me remind you, right now, Pokemon, 30 years, solid growth, not going anywhere, releasing cards on a regular basis, low barrier of entry. For a very low amount of money, you can get involved in reselling. The online tools are plentiful. You really can learn so much in such a little amount of time with the tools you can get right on our smartphones or our computers. The nostalgia and the new fans, they're coming. The new kids are coming. People like me that have adult money, we're recapturing our childhood. It's there, and it's a scalable business. There's all kinds of tools and resources that as you continue to grow that you can use, whether that's a scanner that helps you list cards faster. I've seen some scanners that I know TCG Player and others have where you just slide cards in, and within seconds, it's just recognizing each card. You can export that out to your shop. You can list lots of cards very quickly. There's so much more I want to explore, and I want to scale, and I want to teach you how I'm scaling down the road. But right now, if you just want to get started, go watch my other video too on how I store things. I have a very small footprint of the cards that I store and can get those out. So I believe in you. I think that you can pull this off. I believe there's never been a better time to get plugged into selling cards or selling anything online, but specifically Pokemon cards. My name is Alan. This is Flip House Finds, and I'm going to catch you in the next video.